So today we are going to start towards alcohols. So today our topic of discussion will be alcohols. Okay. So first of all, the functional group of alcohols would be functional group is that an OH group, which is basically hydroxyl group, is basically attached with alcohols. Okay, so this is basically its functional group. And then what will be its general formula? If we are going to discuss about its general formula, then it would be CnH2n plus 1 and OH functional group is attached with it. Okay. So, first of all, if we are going to put n is equal to 1, then the formula would become CH3OH, and we call this one as methanol. This is called as methanol. If you can even draw its displayed formula, that would be there is hydrogen, 3 hydrogen attached with it, and then there is OH group which is attached here. If we are going to put n is equal to 2, then it would become C2H5OH. Okay, and that is called as ethanol. Yes, Ayan, is that clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is called as ethanol. And as we know, there are two carbons. So here would be one hydrogen, here would be one hydrogen, and here would be which group which is attached. If we are going to put n is equal to 3, then it would become C3H7OH. We are basically putting in this formula. Okay, I hope it's clear to you. So this one is basically propanol. This is called as propanol. And there would be 3 carbons and one OH group is attached here. This is H group, and then there is H group attached here. There is H group, H, and H. Okay. Now, we are going to further discuss about that what kind of reaction alcohols would actually give. So, first of all, the important reaction that alcohols would go, that would be combustion reaction. Okay, alcohols are combustible, so they would undergo combustion reaction, and how they are going, how they will go combustion reaction, like there would be a reaction with oxygen. It's going to be a burning reaction, so it reacts with oxygen from air, and what it will produce, it is going to produce one carbon dioxide, and there will be water. Okay. So now we can easily balance it. So we can balance it by putting 2 here, okay? And then we have to balance it further. So we are going to put 3 here because there are 6 hydrogen here. So we are going to put 3 here. Now we have to balance oxygen. So there will be 4 oxygen here and there would be 7 oxygen in total. So we can subtract 1 oxygen from here. So remaining would become 6 oxygen. So in order to balance it, I'm going to put 3 here. Okay. So first reaction would be combustion reaction. And second reaction that alcohols would undergo is basically addition of oxygen. And that is basically oxidation reaction. Addition of oxygen. Okay, that is oxidation of alcohol. So what will happen if alcohols would undergo oxidation reaction? Let's discuss about it in detail. Okay. So first of all, uh, mm, alcohols can undergo oxidation reaction like by the addition of an oxidizing agent. We have to use an oxidizing agent, and the oxidizing agent that we are going to use, that would be acidified potassium manganate. Okay, that would be acidified potassium manganate. Okay, what is the purpose of using acidified potassium manganate? Is that it basically acts as an oxidizing agent. So the purpose of it is basically oxidize others and reduce itself. So it is basically going to oxidize alcohol. So it basically oxidize alcohol and it would be converted into carboxylic acid. Okay. So there are basically two type of reaction. So oxidation of alcohol would take place here. So first of all, we know like it is going to be C2H5OH, and there would be an oxidizing agent, and we are going oxidizing agent basically provides this monoatomic oxygen. Okay. This monoatomic oxygen will enter into this alcohol and would be converted into carboxylic acid. So that would make CH3, COOH, okay, and there will be the production of water as well, okay. So this kind of reaction basically occurs, and we have to balance it as it has like two oxygen here. So I have to put two here, okay, because there is one oxygen here and that comes from here, okay. So I hope it is going to be clear. Okay. And what would be the color change? That is also asked in the exam. Color change of KMNO4. So the color change of KMNO4 would be that it is going to change from purple to colorless. Purple to colorless. So this is basically it's two reactions. So the combustion reaction is number one, okay, where it reacts with oxygen and would be forming carbon dioxide and water. Then there is addition of oxygen that is basically done by an oxidizing agent. So this is going to be an oxidizing agent, and that would be acidified potassium manganate. That is basically KMNO4. It basically provides oxygen to alcohol and it would be turned into carboxylic acid. Okay, this is basically ethanoic acid. So these are two chemical reaction that alcohols basically undergo. Okay, so now we are going to discuss further about like what are the process through which we can manufacture alcohols. Okay. And in alcohols, we are going to discuss about ethanol. That is the most common type of alcohol. So first of all, there is one reaction that we have already discussed is hydration of ethene. Hydration of ethene. I hope you remember this reaction. We have done it in alkenes. This is basically an addition reaction. Okay. This was the type of addition reaction. Okay. We know alkenes undergo addition reaction. So in hydration of ethene, what actually happens? This is going to be ethene. Okay. And there would be the addition of steam, and we are going to use a catalyst here, which is going to be H3PO4. That is phosphoric acid. The reaction dynamics are very important here to consider. That is going to be 300 degrees Celsius, and the pressure would be 68 here. So what is going to happen here? First of all, let's see. We know water basically composed of hydrogen and OH. Okay, so these are basically two things that are basically present in water. So what is going to happen? This double bond has been shifted to single bond.
So
Gigi.
this one is the formula for the hydration of ethane.
Yes, this is basically ethene. This is ethene.
Okay.
Okay. And we are adding water in it
Why did you put double bond?
because it is ethene. Ethene is having double bond. It is
Oh yes.
C2H4. Yes. So now what is going to happen? The double bond is basically changed into single bond. Here, one hydrogen is going to attached here, and OH is going to attached here. Okay. So let's see what is going to happen. Hydrogen comes here. You can see this hydrogen would move here. Double bond is converted into single bond. There is one hydrogen comes here, and the other hydrogen is here, this hydrogen, and OH group will be attached here. Okay. Now you can see this alkene, which is ethene, has been changed into ethanol. And ethanol is basically an alcohol. Okay, so we have to remember the this temperature, pressure, and the catalyst, which is going to be very important. Okay, so the next process is basically fermentation of glucose. This is basically the next method through which we can produce alcohol. So that is going to be fermentation of glucose. So what is going to happen in it? First of all, we have like glucose, and glucose is fermented at 25 to 35 degrees Celsius. Okay, and this reaction basically occurs in the absence of oxygen. These are very important. This reaction occurs in the absence of oxygen. Okay, and what happens? There will be the yeast, which is basically used in it as catalyst. Yeast act as catalyst. Okay, so what is going to happen? Why we are keeping this range? It's very important कि हम इसी range में क्यों operate कर रहे हैं? इसी range में क्यों temperature रख रहे हैं? Because what is going to happen that yeast becomes denatured if temperature increases above 35. Okay, so yeast become denatured if temperature increases above 35 degrees Celsius. So we have to keep the temperature under this range. Okay, now what is going to happen? If we are going to keep the temperature below 25 degrees Celsius, then क्या होगा? Reaction would become very slow. Okay, so reaction becomes too slow if temperature goes below 25 degrees Celsius. Okay. Now, what happens that this is basically a batch process. Why we are naming it as a batch process, it's very important because like single time, what is going to happen? The concentration of alcohol that is going to be reached is maximum 15%. Okay. So the concentration of alcohol is 15% in one time. And then what is going to happen? We have to empty the reaction vessel. Okay. After this, after this, empty the reaction vessel and the process will be repeated again. Will be repeated again. So maximum concentration can be achieved up to 15% only. Okay. I hope this
Okay.
process is clear to you. So we
Okay.
Ethene reacts with Y to produce ethanol. Okay, so this is ethene, और ये हमारे पास that's going to react with some of the compound and is going to form ethanol. So what is Y?
I believe that Y is oxygen.
No, this is ethene. Okay, and we have learned this property that alkenes are going to
I think
react
I have
with
got the answer.
steam. Okay, this is steam, and it's going to form alcohol. Okay, so
Okay.
if this is ethene and it's going to react with steam and is going to form ethanol, so what is the
Ethanol.
answer?
Steam.
Yes. And remember one thing, the conditions are like this, that it's going to react with steam in the presence of phosphoric acid. Okay, and temperature would be 300 degrees Celsius with a pressure of about 60 atm. Okay, is that clear? Now, this is the question. The diagram represents the molecule of an organic compound. So, ये एक हमारे पास compound है which contains how many carbons? They are two carbons. And how many hydrogens would be there? One, two, three, four, five. Here, there are five. Okay, and this is going to be oxygen. Oxygen will come here, and this is going to be again hydrogen. So this compound is basically called as G. ये कौन सा
Ethanoic
compound?
oxide acid.
It's an alcohol. It's an alcohol. So आप बता सकते हो ये
Oh,
कौन सा alcohol है?
ethanol.
Yes, that's going to be ethanol. Okay,
How do you
and
know it's an alcohol? Because it's OH at the end.
yes, because of OH that is present at the end, because it's the
How did you
functional
figure out there
group.
was OH in the end?
Because this is OH, यहाँ पे देखें ये oxygen है and this is hydrogen. So that makes it ethanol. Okay.
Oh, yes, yes.
What is the name of the compound? So compound का क्या name होगा बच्चे? That's going to be
Ethanol.
shabash. Now let's move further. When glucose is fermented, glucose is, yes, what's the formula of glucose?
Oh,
That's going to be C6H
C6H12.
H12O6. And when it is being fermented in the presence of yeast, and temperature would be around 35 degrees Celsius, then it's going to form, जी बेटा ये क्या form करेगा?
Alcohol.
Yes, and that would be which alcohol?
Methane.
No बेटे उन्होंने
Ethanol,
already
ethanol.
ethanol. So that's going to be C2H5OH plus there is production of carbon dioxide gas. Is that clear?
Yes.
So if we want to balance it, that would be 2 here, okay? And that would be carbon dioxide. Is that clear?
Yes.
Now, compound containing 5 carbon atom in a molecule may have names begins with pent. Okay. What is the
I think I
name?
got the answer.
Okay, let's first write the formula. That would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be 5
C5.
carbons. And how many hydrogens would
H.
be there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's going to be 11.
Then there would be
And
OH at the end.
yes. So what is that compound?
Pentanol.
Very nice. That's going to be pentanol. Now let's discuss what is not essential for the formation of ethanol by fermentation.
Sugar.
Sugar is present because C6H12O6, that's glucose, and we are
Wait,
getting
I
glucose
think
from sugar.
I don't think you need light.
Yes, we don't need light. Okay, yes, you are right. We don't need light. That's fine. Which row is correct for ethanol? जी बेटे ethanol क्या burn हो सकता है or made by fermentation? Is it made by fermentation? What do you think the answer would be?
Hmm, I think
Does it,
I think the
does the,
answer is B.
no, don't you think so? Ethanol is made by fermentation. We have already discussed this thing here that this is ethanol and that is made by fermentation. This whole process is fermentation. So ethanol
Oh,
is
yes.
basically made by fermentation of glucose. Okay.
Oh, so it is burnt and it is also fermented.
Yes. So the answer would be
A.
A. Like you can see, this is going to be ethanol, C2H5OH. And when it reacts with oxygen, what it will form? And whenever there is a compound and it is burned, then what it forms? Two things are formed.
Alcohol.
नहीं बेटे कौन सी दो चीजें फॉर्म होंगी when ethanol
Carbon
is
dioxide.
yes and the other thing is
I think hydrogen.
नहीं there is general thing that is also produced.
Water.
Yes, remember this thing, okay? So this is always
Okay.
formed. So you are going to put 2 here and you are going to put 3 here, okay?
Okay.
Which statement about ethanol is not correct? So what do you think? It can be used as a fuel? Yes, bete. It
Um. Yes, it can.
yes, because it is used for combustion purpose, so it is used as a fuel. Do
I
you
think the
think
answer is B.
no, it can be used as a solvent. It can be used as a solvent, okay? Like we can use it in paints to dissolve them, okay? So it can be used as a solvent. It is its
Mm.
basic use. Its functional group is OH. Do you think it's right?
Yes.
Yes. It is formed by reaction between steam and ethane. What do you think? What
No.
is the problem? What is the problem in this statement?
Ethane. No. Wait.
Steam, we use steam, but
Steam.
do you think
Ethane.
it's
No.
then what it would be? If there's not ethane, तो क्या होना चाहिए था यहाँ पे?
Will be ethene.
Ethene, very good. So alkenes are basically used in the reaction with steam and it's going to form alcohol. Okay, we have already discussed this thing. So the answer would be C.
So,
Okay, ethanol is an important chemical produced by the जी बेटे क्या क्या चीजें यूज होती हैं बाय द प्रोसेस ऑफ हमने भी पढ़ा है बताओ
fermentation.
Fermentation of what?
Ethane.
नो नो, हमने
Oh,
फर्मेंट।
glucose.
हाँ बेटे, जरा बी केयरफुल। सो द आंसर वुड बी डी। The table shows the boiling point of four members of the homologous series of alcohols. This is methanol, ethanol, propanol, butanol. And this is their boiling point, which what happens that increases downwards. ठीक है बेटे, क्यों increase हो रहे हैं downwards? Because the force of attraction is also increases as the compound becomes bigger. Okay. Now, what do you think the value of X would be? It's C3. Yes.
Okay, I
What?
think I can get it. 1 second.
Okay.
All right, I think I'll be able to get it.
There should be a trend that needs to be monitored here.
Yeah, I know. I'm checking that only.
Mhm. It's quite simple. I have figured out the answer.
Wait, I'm not able to see the trend. 1 minute.
देखिए बेटा, ये 65 है, और अगर आप देखें उसमें 13 ऐड हो रहा है जब एक कार्बन ऐड हो गया है, तो डेफिनेटली जो नेक्स्ट होगा उसमें भी इतना ही डिफरेंस लाई कर रहा होगा। अगर हम 55 की वैल्यू देखते हैं, 55 की वैल्यू तो इससे भी स्मॉलर है। डू यू थिंक इट्स द राइट आंसर?
No,
It's wrong. 82, although it's greater than this, but it's very small difference. So do you think ये सही होगा?
no. 98 could be the answer.
Yes, that's the answer, because that shows the right kind of difference between like this one and the next one. So this one would be the right answer. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Which of the following about ethanol are correct? Yes. जी बेटे।
Is the answer D?
D are correct. Yes, that's going to be fine. And it burns. Yes, you're right, Ayan. Very good. Okay, which process is not used during the production of ethanol? जी बेटे, ethanol की production में इनमें से कौन सा process use नहीं होगा?
Would it be fractional distillation?
Yes, yes, very good. नहीं 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 नहीं, अयान, फ्रैक्शनल डिस्टिलेशन में तो बेटे यूज होगा। Like there is a process in which we can separate ethanol from other substances. तो उसके लिए फिर हम लोग fractional distillation use करते हैं। Always
So
remember
the
one,
answer.
जी, always remember Ayan, one more important thing here. Fractional distillation we use always at that time whenever there is a difference in boiling point of two substances by 35 डिग्री सेल्सियस। जब इतने का डिफरेंस होगा तो हम फ्रैक्शनल डिस्टिलेशन यूज करते हैं। ओके। और एथेनॉल को हम दूसरे कंपाउंड से सेपरेट करने के लिए फ्रैक्शनल डिस्टिलेशन यूज करेंगे। बट व्हाट हैपेंस हियर व्हेन वी आर रिएक्टिंग ईथेन विद ऑक्सीजन? ईथेन इज C2H6 प्लस ऑक्सीजन। व्हाट डू यू थिंक व्हाट इट विल फॉर्म? जी बेटा, क्या फॉर्म करेगा?
Water and oxygen. Carbon dioxide.
Yes, that's going to form carbon dioxide and water. Does it forms any kind of ethanol?
No.
No.
Yeah.
No. Where is ethanol? There is no
No.
ethanol
No.
here.
No.
So
It
the
will just
answer,
become alcohol only.
yes, so the answer would be,
A D.
okay, so ethanol
Okay.
is made by fermentation. How is ethanol obtained from the fermentation mixture? Yes, so if there'll be fermentation mixture, so how can we obtain ethanol from there? Yes, Peter. Which is the process that we are going to use? जी बेटा यान। Hello, Ayan, are you there?
Hmm.
जी जी बेटे.
Yeah, yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
Yes, what will be the answer?
The answer would be
Sorry?
fractional distillation.
Yes, the answer would be D because after getting ethanol by the fermentation, ethanol then is obtained from the mixture by the process of fractional distillation. Next question. Ethanol can be manufactured from substance X. जी बेटे, अगर सब्सटेंस X की हम लोग बात करें and it is going to react with steam in the presence of catalyst, so it's going to form ethanol. तो बेटे हम लोग
Hmm.
ये कौन सा सब्सटेंस यूज करेंगे? सब्सटेंस X क्या होगा इसमें हमारे पास?
Ethene.
Ethene, yes, very good. Because we know ethene is going to react with steam. And can you please tell me what will be the catalyst here when ethene is going
The
to react?
catalyst would be phosphoric acid.
Shabash, that's going to be phosphoric acid. Ion temperature क्या होगा बेटे?
Um,
Yes, what will be the temperature there?
37, I think,
No, that's going to
or
be
like 300.
300. Yes, and what will be the pressure, Ion?
Uh, 100,
No, that would be 60 atm.
60, 60 atm. Yes.
Yes, and this is 14th question. Which type of compound is shown?
Alcohol.
Yes, that's nice. Alcohol because this is functional group that's attached with it. Which statement about ethanol are correct? जी बेटा.
Which students were answer is C.
So you are saying answer is C. That's right. Because it can be formed by fermentation and ethanol can be burned and form carbon dioxide and water. So answer is C. Because it is not an like it is an unsaturated compound. Unsaturated compound are those which are going to have double bond between carbon and other carbon. So this one not be the answer. Yes, what about 16th? Ethanol is produced from either ethene or by sugar. Which type of chemical reaction is used in each case? जी बेटे, ethene के साथ क्या रिएक्शन होगा? ethene से जब आप ethanol बनाओगे?
Addition
Yes, that's going to be addition reaction. And what about sugar to
and
ethanol?
fermentation.
So the answer would be
A.
very nice. Okay, ethanol can be formed by, yes, what are like fermentation and by this process. Which of these process use a catalyst? Yes,
Both of them has the catalyst.
both are going to use
For
a
ferment
catalyst. बेटे fermentation में कौन सा catalyst होता है?
for fermentation, it's yeast, and then the reaction between the steam and the ethane is uh,
Oh,
phosphoric acid.
yes, that's going to be phosphoric acid. So the answer would be A. Okay, so the flow chart shows the preparation of ethanol and some important chemistry of ethanol. So substance X would be, जी बच्चे क्या होगा substance X?
Substance X would be glucose.
Okay, and then uh,
Then the process
process
Y
Y,
would be combustion.
shabash,
Then the
and
property Z would be steam. So the answer is B.
shabash. Very nice. Okay, let's move further. By which of the following method is ethanol formed?
It is formed C, fermentation and catalytic addition of steam to ethene.
Shabash, so that's going to be 2 and 3. Yes, and what about an organic compound has the molecular structure shown?
Alcohol.
G. And what about this question 21? Which row correctly describe the production of ethanol and its properties?
I think A. All of them are correct.
Okay, that's fine.